Good morning, everyone. 9:30 is about to open. I do plan on taking a trade on the funding account if what I want to see offers itself. So right now, right off the bat, we kind of had this huge wick down into the sell side liquidate, create new low of the day. On a higher time frame, trading into a discount daily fair value gap. So I want to see if it's going to bounce here a little bit. I don't know if we see even lower prices. If we do, I would leave a big bearish fair value gap, and it could give a smaller daily retracement potentially. Now, usually when we see these long wicks, I know I talk a lot about these wicks, how if you turn off the wicks, this looks like a trend, right? So I'm careful of that, how at the very least what we could see is a stab into this trend, but we've also displaced pretty far beneath that low, so I believe that liquidity was taken, but as we just go higher and higher, it's going to form a significant trend in the line chart, which could be disrupted at any moment. And so what I would like to see is if price trades down into midnight open, kind of disrupting the trend a little bit. So far it doesn't seem like that's what it wants to do. Looking at the let's look at the Dow a little bit. The Dow is not, this is really weird, but yesterday the Nasdaq gave up all the week's gains. The S&P went down a little bit, and the Dow now is just going it didn't go down. So I don't know what's happening with the Dow anymore. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me to look at the Dow and then try and correlate it with the other markets. It's just completely uncorrelated. So I've just stopped kind of looking at the Dow and just been looking at the Nasdaq really. And we do have a lot of consolidation, kind of like the overnight moving sideways, and that could be a cause for concern in terms of liquidity higher, and we have came above that consolidation, so it's possible to very well see a retracement. If now would be the good time for it to happen during the 9:30 open. 9:30 open could trade lower, make a low somewhere around this area, and then go trade higher from there. That would be nice to see. This super long wick on the S&P and the Nasdaq definitely swept all the overnight liquidity. Like anyone in a position long got stopped out by this because of how far lower it went. But that line chart, very nice trend on the line chart, man. Tempting to dip back, retrace into it maybe. The Dow, oh no, that's Bitcoin. Where's the Dow? Dollar about to hit that sell side liquidity. So I would expect dollar lower today. Maybe it doesn't hit it today, but just dollar lower, which would help the Nasdaq go higher. This is absolutely insane. I don't really see, like, off this manipulation, there isn't really an order block created or a breaker to look for, and so I'm not on the 15-minute chart. I can't find a breaker. I can't find a 15-minute like order block. So I'm just kind of, well, there's no trade, right? There's that 15-minute fair value gap that we're finding support off of just above that midnight open. But, like, a lot of consolidation. We took out these highs over here, so I would be wanting to see lower prices and a discount, and then we can create an order block or breaker. Let's check what that news came out as. Oh, we have consumer sentiment at 10. Did I write that down? No, I didn't. Now, one thought that came into my head is if we're going higher and we've already done sufficient manipulation and we don't need to run back into this trend, it should not really want to come back here. It may just continue running higher and just kind of, if it starts to do that and it really starts to get up, in a couple more dozens of points, I would just be done for the day. I wouldn't try and look for a reversal to go back down towards midnight open. I wouldn't try and chase it. What I really wanted to see was 930, make a move lower into this trend as sort of a Judas swing and then run higher. I'm not interested in framing lower prices. Um, and we've also, after this huge range, it's very possible that we just consolidate today and we stay within a seek and destroy environment. So unless we get that manipulation, in the next 15 to 20 minutes lower, like I would not be interested in trading it if it's going higher already, or it just consolidates around here. But we have lower price action. Seems like it. We have a couple bit of displacement being created. I'm not gonna try and short to get down to the here. I'm gonna wait to see if it gets down there instead of trying to short. But I want to see if this displacement is going to provide more displacement and create a fair value gap. I'd like that 5-minute candle to close though before it does that, because this would allow the 5-minute chart to leave an order block, or it can leave a very, very long wick. But preferably I'd like to wait to displace till this 5-minute candle closes. Okay, this is what I wanted to see. A bit of a displacement created, but because my bias is not short, I don't want to try and trade to get down there. Rather wait till it gets down here. It's coming back a little bit, moving into that previous candle. On the one that tried this big down close candle, I don't really like how it's moving into that candle. I wanted it to continue closing lower. It looks like it's going to close higher and kind of fill in this fair value gap a bit. So I don't really like to see that. See if there's maybe a 2-minute inverse. No, it doesn't really look good anymore. So we're going to revisit the highs. Alright, so right away, I'm not really seeing what I wanted to see in the market happen, right? Which is, I know if I stay and keep watching it, I might be able to frame a different setup. You know, maybe it's gonna be a short later, maybe it's gonna be a continuation for another long. However, it's just not part of my plan. So to stick to my morning plan, simply, I don't really think it's gonna happen anymore. So I'm done trading. That's what should have happened yesterday when I saw that we were not going to go lower like I wanted to see. Sorry, we were not going to have that manipulation higher. We were maybe going to dump. I tried to long here to see some manipulation, and I saw that fair value gap and the inverse fair value gap back here. And after a little bit of thinking, I decided to go try it, and that obviously didn't work. And I could have reversed it, but I decided to stay out. You know, recalibrate myself, and I'm back today, and I see that just what I wanted to see is just not there. It's not in the market. And so instead of pushing in, trying to risk more money, just stay out, and that's okay. It's okay. It's gonna be a losing week, but that's happens. That's all though. I want to just stay for the news release though. I want to see if it's going to push it even higher. There's 8 more minutes around. Alright, I know. You know what? I'm just gonna end it here because I got other things that I might want to go ahead and do. So, goodbye.